So vibroacoustics is literally, there's speakers built into the table, the massage table.
Okay.
So scientifically speaking, vibroacoustics has been around since the 80s, but in the last 10 years, they've been putting the speakers and transducers in tables. But vibroacoustics is low frequency. If you've ever heard of a sound bath or tuning forks, it's frequencies continuously played at like 40 to 60 hertz, lower hertz. And it does something, if you've ever seen like the videos of water and sand that is like being reverberated, and it's like this sacred geometries, like we're 70% water, so it's the same concept. It's just like it's jiggling us at a beautiful frequency, which is makes our whole nervous system like react in a beautiful way. It resets it in a lot of ways.
So you found it, the soul of connection. If you're succeeding at everything except the relationships that matter most, this is for you. I'm Tressa Yonakawa, brain science, no fluff, real change. If you're into it, will you take a deep breath with me?
Always. Been doing a lot of breath work these days, and it's kind of changed my life. So sorry to throw that in there already, but
Same.
Man, I've been doing, between my business as a vibroacoustic massage therapist, breath work, and I'm doing ecstatic dance now. Good Lord. The Lord is like flying through me. It feels good. It just feels good to be alive.
A wild southern hippie.
Yeah. Never thought of it like that. Am I?
And you are so many things. And I
do a lot of stuff. I play with a lot of things. Jack of all trades. What is a master of none? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of most, I think, from what I've read about you. And I'm really curious how, we talk about communication and relationships, and everything is a relationship, right? The air we breathe being, coming here. Nature, you mentioned Joshua Tree being a favorite place of yours. And I'm so curious because you are a very successful, very highly regarded artist.
Know what it looks like on paperwork. I've been blessed to make a living as an artist, and I guess that is a success in some bit of the way. So, yeah.
And music, and you are now, what is it, Sound
Hand Massage is the name of the business.
And music.
Vibroacoustics, and music and massage.
Vibroacoustics, I love that.
Yeah, we need to talk about vibroacoustics.
Yes, we do, because my umbrella company is Epic Odo, which is the epicenter of, and Odo is the medical Greek and Japanese term for sound. And so I always say, when we can be in the place of being the epicenter, sharing the epicenter of the vibration of sound, whether you can hear or not, right? It's the connection.
It's all vibrations. It's all energy, baby.
It's all energy.
We're all connected.
I know.
Everything on the planet.
I know.
And
like
beyond.
It or not. Like it or not. Yeah. And you have incorporated who you are into everything you've done, obviously.
It's a new thing, but I mean, it takes time to feel comfortable in yourself and your oddities and your fun. But just recently I've just kind of like, this is what I do, and I like it, and then a lot of people are finding a lot of help with it, and it's like, it's cool, and it makes me happy. It's good to do something that makes you happy.
Yes.
You love. And I do a lot of things because I get bored in some respects. Got a little manic, background too, but I like this because it balances me out. Vibroacoustics and massage, like really, just the other day, I think I had a meditative experience where I talked to God for the first time. It was great. I'm finally getting this not to like up here action all the time that we most of us kind of live at in this crazy world and ADHD, but I've got this and breath work has a lot to do with this. I feel like I can finally breathe and do something I enjoy. So
I always think of it as, it's like 10,000-year-old technology that we're using in a modern society, as not as protection, but as the way to be able to survive what's happening. And to thrive and to have choices.
Sorry, side note, but I always like to think of it when people say the world is shit, that we don't live in medieval times. We ain't just like knifing each other. But isn't it crazy that all the technology was just buried under the earth all this time?
All this time.
And literally we just pulled out digital technology like 26 years ago. It's wild.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I look at a TV sometimes and I'm like, that came from the ground. Wow. Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And then from my perspective, I became a certified yoga teacher like 20 some years ago, before I adopted my kids, just to be present, just to understand more about how to be a parent or a human in the world instead of just a corporate, hustler. And through that, it was like, oh my gosh, this stuff has always existed. The things that we pay so much for, or like I would race to yoga class late all the time, like screech into the parking lot so that I could pay to get in the door 30 seconds before they locked it in order to be able to relax. But then part of the class would have their phone tucked under the mat or leave before Shavasana because that was a waste of time to just lay there doing nothing. Right.
Yeah, that's some California shit right there. I have never seen anybody leave Shavasana. They give us little cold, icy rags. Nobody's getting off the floor for that. And
especially here.
And if you come in my studio, I'm putting your phone. I know how to put all cell phones, Androids too. I know how to work an Android. Put it on silent. Like the outside world that you are supposed to. I'm grounding you and getting you back in with your breath, and you are not allowed to think about the outside world for the whole duration of the thing. Just let it go.
How much effort does it take in a day for you to hold that space of people connecting with themselves and just allowing?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very new to this. Like I feel like as all things were buried underground, I think this was latent in me for all this time as the healer side of me and the energy and being able to put out, I've always been able to put out positive energy and vibes to people, but now there's this calm energy. So I think your question was relating something to the fact that I do just try to work on people and remind them that we're here to take a break from the insanity that we run around doing every day. And I should probably, after you just, as all things, you just inspired me to be like, I need to put a little thing on the door that says, you come in here, I'm gonna make people give me their cell phones and put it in a bag and get a little locker for it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And the farther we are away from our phones, like my kids, when they were at home, they're older now, but if they would lose their phone for a reason, like your homework wasn't done, you don't get your phone tonight so you can get your homework done, or, put your phone here, not like you can't have it, but just like we've made that choice together. But when it would come time to put their phone over there, not even like locked away from them or anything, they would, two of them of the three would literally fall to the ground and cry. Yeah. And it would be just like this desperate, almost wail. It's an addiction.
Yeah, it is. That's weird to see. My sister has 3 kids and they're like 12 and 9, but I've seen their rise into, as a parent, you don't want your kids to have the technology too soon. And then, screen time can be, it's wild. It's wild what humans' emotions will do. And it is addictive. There's a lot of addictive things in this world.
It's made to be addictive.
Yeah, totally.
Like cigarettes, alcohol, food, and those screens for sure.
It's all about that energy coming at a big old pop. Right. Let's pop that serotonin and that ephedrine boost to you right now.
You're right. Keep it coming. And it's interesting that it, like this motion, the scrolling, and the constant imagery and the light does so much, I'm going to say harm. And also we can use it for good. Like a lot of good.
Yeah. I mean, I think everything in the world is a sword has 2 edges.
Always.
So I think there's good and bad in everything. So I adore technology. I adore AI to the extent that I think it's a really useful tool. 20 years ago, instead of like, I was like a freshman in college and the internet was like dial-up. So I was using like CDs and a thing and encyclopedia. The fact that you can just like ask anything, any question, and try to find and just start getting into that is wild. It's really wild. Yeah. But it's got its bad, the data centers, everything's and whatever. Deep fakes are fake. I think I saw one last night. I was like, is this a real person? And I had to go like scroll for a little while. I was like, nah, that's not a real person. That's an AI thing. Cool.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot more of that soon.
A lot more. And the part that jacks me up every time now is that I don't know if the music that I'm hearing, like so much of it is AI generated now.
I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm an artist, and under the umbrella music is one of those, and I never wanted to make a living as a musician, but I think music is harder than art, like painting and drawing and things like that to make a living. It's look, and I'm a sucker for it too. With some of my musician friends, it's one of those things that you have to be up on it too. Like you have to use AI to your advantage, and if you don't learn it, it's like digital coming from film type of thing. So you better learn it, and it is super helpful. Like 3 of my musician friends, and we do this all the time. We're on an app. I will not mention the app, but I use it all the time because I make birthday songs on it. But like, it will help you if you put in a progression of things and give it like a little example. It will give you something that will hopefully make your human experience. Just it's a little prompt. It's like having a little guide over your shoulder, like, check that out. What about that E flat? I'm like, that sounds good. I don't know. I'm still trying to see the positive in all of like the future of whatever. I always want to be positive because I don't want to live in a shit negative world.
Yeah.
Because I've been there. I don't like labels, but I got the bipolar thing. I'm a Pisces through and through. So I just crept out of a 2+ year depression. So if you speaking of social media, if you let and I guess I've taught the algorithm recently not to do politics. So fuck politics. Everything is politics. But like you just if you don't have it in your scroll, in your doom scroll, you don't think about it all the time.
That's very true.
I try to keep myself busy in the real world, doing a lot of things with real people.
Yeah, I recently, like in the past couple of months, just really pulled back from my use of social media. Other than, my marketing team does some things on there.
Marketing is, never something I went to school for, but what business is 80 to 90% marketing? Like
totally.
You fly in here doing this, like making content is like 2% of the game.
Right.
Like we can flip that shit on. We love doing it. And then the other half is like, well, somebody's got to listen to this and somebody's got to see this. So I love marketing, and I love, I get on social media. I don't time myself because it would be like trying to keep a weight thing all the time. I'm just like, I know I'm going to go work out, but yeah. And I like to make shit. I use another app for videos. I take a lot of photos and videos, everything, because my memory is real bad. So that's kind of why I got into photography in the first place. But I love just making like little edits. I think there's some AI stuff out there that's helping just tell little stories. I love to tell stories, and there's some cute little apps that do that. So no, I like it. I'm on the socials a good bit. So.
Well, as a creative and an artist, and I know you're using that creativity and that presence that you have as artist, musician, healer, in doing body work now. And I want to know more about the sound and vibration.
This was an unintentional thing. I was in a bad spot. I had gotten burnout's a real thing. I've been doing art and photography for 20 years, and that old adage, like once you start doing something for money, it kind of ruins it. So and then also art's fucking hustle, and I'm in my mid 40s now, so I don't want to just run artwork all around town and hopefully people buy it, and still a Pisces through and through. But so I took a stab in the dark and took a lot of tests and was like, well, the only thing that I really love to do and I'm good at is massage therapy, but I don't think I could do that. It's real physical. It's all this other stuff, but I just said a prayer and just said, screw it. It's 9 months of school. Just do it. So I did it. But quickly I got back into, I hadn't done music in like 20 years because there's only so much you can do in a day, you know? Right. There's only so much time. But I used to play piano all the time, and mainly for my mental health. Like I would just go and just make shit up and it would calm me down. So what I didn't know about like my art and photography world was definitely more manic. It was just like all over the place. Blah, 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 blah. But now that I've got I can blame AI for this because soon, like I was 2 months in school and I was like, I was just in class one day and I was like, I wonder if like no one's doing music in their massage very well. So I was just like, is there a way I can blend music and massage? I was like, well, Josh, have you heard of vibroacoustics? And I was like, no, tell me more. Sky's the limit now. Like I'm fully a vibroacoustic massage therapist. Music is as hard to make a living. It's still that language that we all speak that hits us to the core. That energy. There's science behind it. There's feeling behind it. There's like, you hear something from growing up and it brings you back. It's like there are things about music that just have our emotions and now that I do that, so vibroacoustics is literally there's speakers built into the table, the massage table.
Okay.
So scientifically speaking, vibroacoustics has been around since the 80s, but in the last 10 years, they've been putting the speakers and transducers in tables, mainly in California and New York and Miami. And they're not doing it in the South. And no one's doing it the way that I've seen online, the way I'm doing it, which is very music forward. So, but vibroacoustics is low frequency. If you've ever heard of a sound bath or tuning forks, it's frequencies continuously played at like 40 to 60 hertz, lower hertz. And it does something, if you've ever seen like the videos of water and sand that is like being reverberated and it's like this sacred geometries, like we're 70% water. So it's the same concept. It's just like, it's jiggling us at a beautiful frequency. Which makes our whole nervous system like react in a beautiful way. It resets it in a lot of ways. Yeah. So my business and what I'm doing now is, because I'm an artist still, thought I had to give that up. And I was like, no, this is all art. I'm just being a weird art music person. But I have a playlist that I've made that are low frequency and mix in kind of, I call them mid frequency. They go up to like 300 hertz and beats per minute. So it goes back and forth of songs that are more like, and then it goes into songs that literally like are kind of like lo-fi music that I literally play music on you with my fingers. Oh. So I've always thought the body was an instrument, and I grew up with a piano, and I'm now taking violin because I don't do favorites, but pianos and violins are by far in. A lot of the movements that I do on the body are piano driven and violin and string driven, because if you just want to look at anatomy, muscles, tendons, ligaments, they're strings, or it's just fibers and strings. So like you're literally, I like to say this too, because what I wasn't doing, because my memory sucks and I couldn't remember all music and classical things, but like I literally just love improv. I love karaoke. I love just living in the moment. So it's like I let the song, I put it on random, let the song do, and it varies between me just playing your muscles like strings. And the only wrong notes are bones. Just don't hit the bones. And then just go with the flow and hit the muscles and the tendons and ligaments, and you're like you're doing something to the body that just calms the body. So it's cool.
So when somebody gets done with a session with you, what do they most often say?
Well, I have been trying to interview people for a little 30-second thing, which is hilarious because everyone's, I'm also sober. I've been sober over a year and plus, and sobriety rules, by the way. Everyone try it sometime. It's cool shit. Yeah, it's like a natural high, and breathwork's a whole other natural high, getting high on your own supply. But yeah, it obviously, when you reset someone's nervous system, and there's something with the massage, I think everyone gets a good feeling after massage, hopefully. And then, but there's something with the music too. It just adds a whole other layer where, I mean, I will say I've taken people, and my end of my massage is head, neck, and scalp. I've taken people to other planets, it's like, it's wild where people go.
It is. Yeah. I love that. There's, there's something about, the neurotransmitters and, the brain chemical things. And then there's something more. I think it's interesting to be able to hold that space. I think the first time that I felt that high feeling, I was like 5. And my mom.
Did you get a massage at 5?
No, I had gone to see Segovia.
Segovia.
He's a flamenco guitar player of long ago. Yes, yeah. And so as a kid, I could see the music coming off, the vibrations coming off, because when you're a kid, you don't know that you're not supposed to see those things, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Until somebody tells you you're not. And I felt like my head was a balloon, and my neck was elongating, and that my head was just floating off my body.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah, me too. And I didn't know what that was until I actually got high, years later. And I was like, oh, this is the same feeling. But I wasn't using drugs.
Yeah.
I was using music.
Look, I'm all about natural fucking high now. I don't want to ever touch drugs again. Drugs are dumb. Seriously. Once you start doing it on your own, it's just like, you don't even need that shit.
Yeah, one of the things that someone told me about ayahuasca, and I have tried that one time, was that
we can talk. Yeah, I definitely want to talk ayahuasca.
Yeah, and I'm not a big psychedelic person, but I really believe too. For me, I'm not everybody. For me, once you know how to open the door, then you know how to open the door.
Yeah,
and it doesn't require the use of those drugs. For somebody else, it might, and I'm not in judgment of that. And I really do prefer to do it with breath work, with meditation, with journeys, with all of those things. And that's ground that a lot of people don't feel comfortable on yet.
Yeah.
It's woo.
Well, yeah.
But it's also science.
And I've been sober just over a year, and I just started to feel, it takes a while for it to like clear your system and to feel comfortable in a world, because I was an avid addict of alcohol for sure. And it's crazy how they pitch alcohol. I mean, it is, for one, a poison. It's awful for you. And
it
then
actually kills brain cells.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's everything. I mean, that you never see, they highlight it as one of the best good time things out there. And it's, I don't know. I challenge everybody to say fuck that and try just being sober for a year. We got a life. You might as well just try something for a year. I promised myself a year, and right out of a year I was like, whoa, this kind of feels great. I think I want to keep going with this, because I'm
glad you found that.
Yeah, me too.
It's it's a whole different trip, like the vibroacoustic, even just massage, even just touch, even just breathing. There's so many places to explore, but we have kind of this maladaptive instant gratification thing. And we think that if it takes a lot of effort, we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to somebody earlier who's a professional dancer and dance instructor. And he was saying if there was a pill, like he was calling it DLP, like dance, the DLP, and you wanted to be able to dance, you'd take the pill before you would take 12 months of dance class. Most of us.
Well, yeah, Americans would probably, if there's a medication to speed things up, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it for a physical thing. I'd do it definitely for a mental thing.
Right.
I'm all about some pharmaceuticals helping out, balancing things out.
Balancing is beautiful, yeah. And can the same thing be achieved with the vibroacoustics?
Yeah, look, I'm real new to this, and I'm an artist, for one. I don't play as I am a scientist and or a doctor or medical anything or other.
Me either.
Like my exam, I feel like a 5% of a medical license from what we had to do in massage therapy school. But yeah, I don't know what it's doing. It's like the artistic me wants to say it's an ancient science that is not even science. It's like, we're not meant to, it's like God. We don't know what the hell's going on. It's just, it works, and it feels good, and it's kind of out of body experience. And then there's the science to it. There's the frequencies. There's all sorts of things behind it that show that what it does to our nervous system. So yeah, but I'm new to it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but like what I've discovered in the last couple of months is like blowing my mind, and it makes me want to go down this route even more, especially breathwork. Breathwork is awesome. So
I love that. So what are the similarities or the common threads with the massage, the physical art, doing art, creating art, being able to see art, and the music? I also went down a hard. We won't go down genetics, but it's all art. It's it's an umbrella of art, and I'm an artist. Like, first and foremost, I've got engineers, musicians in the family, and muggles for days. I think that
it's all just an umbrella of art, music's an art, painting's an art, photography's an art, massage is an art for sure. Yeah.
Is it art? How is it an art to you?
Well, going back to the body being an instrument, the body is also a canvas, so you are just like a tattoo artist, me, we're doing something physical to a movable feast known as your body. So it literally, the way that you touch bodies, and then other things that I don't know from like ancient Eastern philosophies of meridians and all sorts of things like that, like how you touch your body, how the flow, how circulation goes through the body. There's all sorts of ways that you can play into natural rhythms of the body. But yeah, our bodies are wild. That blows, we were just talking about this, that everything comes from the ground. It was like, well, television came from the ground, and like, it's like wild, all these things. But bodies are wild. Like that's the one thing I definitely got out of school and learning anatomy again was just how precious it is to be alive, and these things, and for us to be here, and all these things that work without our our knowledge. It's crazy. Crazy bodies.
Crazy bodies
and muscles and all the things that hold us together.
Yeah. Years and years ago, I heard somebody, I wish I could remember who, say that when you lay on the ground, it is like the OG vibrational, alignment, attunement.
Yeah.
Because our earth is in vibration.
Totally. Right. I see that. And you need to go out there and touch some grass.
Touch the grass.
Get out there and be, go into nature. I had somebody work on me, another therapist work on me who's, I have this intuitive nature in me that I don't understand yet, but like some people can really sense things and I love it. But that person was like, you need to obviously take time for yourself and then and definitely go into nature. So I think we should all go, and then as we progress into the modern age of technology, we should always be attuned to Mother Earth, because she is our vibrational pool, for one.
Yeah.
And I also, this was fun because I saw this on an Instagram, but this blew my mind, and I was like, wow, that makes a whole lot of sense. But like churches, like the bells and church steeples and things, that's just vibration.
Totally.
It literally is like playing over the whole town and city, and that is luring people in. Like that frequency feels good. It's giving me chills thinking about it. That frequency feels good. I'm gonna go see what that's all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. Like
it's really cool. My way back background is being a speech pathologist, and the parts about just the vibration that we create in our bodies when we have the physical ability to do so has always been fascinating to me, because it's how we connect in so many ways. And there's a quote attributed to Rumi, and who knows what is or is not. But the quote is beautiful, that says, there are a million ways to say I love you, and words are but one.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Yeah. And there's in my work working with couples, I've worked with leadership also in corporations and businesses, and I'm having so much fun working with these high profile, high stress couples, because they've never actually just been close enough and spent enough quiet just moments to breathe each other. And there is an intimacy and depth to just saying, I just want to take you in and breathe you, and that is so compelling to me, that we haven't learned the language of connection communication, which is vibrational, at its core, to the point where we live such disconnected lives in the same house, most people. And I want to change that. So my question for you is, what do you want to change?
Shit. I did a documentary 12 years ago where I went around asking people about community and what would make the world a better place. So it kind of reminds me of that. I don't know. I think we can only do so much in this. It is a microcosm, and and I choose now to speak one person at a time. But I want to, and we're not supposed to say this, but fuck it, heal people, because this stuff is healing people to some extent. It's just straight nervous system reset is healing. So, but one person at a time, just come in, and it slows people down. I want people to slow down, be intentional, take a deep breath, because I needed this in my own personal life. Like I invented this, I didn't invent this. I put all these puzzle pieces together for my own well-being and my own mental health and physical health, but like it works. So like, come in, be intentional. I want you to slow down, put that phone now hopefully in a locker. We're going to throw that phone in the other room and focus on your breathing and just melt into the music. Because those two things have like literally, I've gotten to so many like epiphanies recently, and just doing that, just breathing to music and meditative states. And it's cool. It slows you, it connects you back to what is important, human.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. I think, there's, I use like Michael Harner does some shamanic kind of drumming.
Mm-hmm.
And I've used audio of his for a very long time to get to that place where it becomes a drone and heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a place where it's not that everything melts away, but that it's to me that everything just feels more spacious.
Mm-hmm.
There's freedom in being able to not even really surrender, but just be really present in a really soft way is how I would describe it for me. How would you describe that place for you?
I don't know. We're very new to this realm. Oh God, I could talk about a lot of things and feelings, but let's just say this. I did a breathwork thing on Sunday, and I got to a point that was like, I will remember this for life, because it was an epiphany. It was like, and I lost a spiritual side for a long time, but like, I talked to God Sunday doing a breathwork ceremony. The music, I finally got a breath and I've done a lot of breath work, but like I went with the music that they were doing, which is something I would do in my own sessions, and the breathing in and out of my mouth for, 20 minutes or so. But like, yeah, I felt like spacious is a good word to put it, like floating and spacious, and that everything, like this breath that I was breathing that was just naturally going with the music, involuntarily it seemed, in my body. I was just going with the flow of the universe. It seemed like it could be the breath of life and all things good, like the present moment. And I think we all want to live in the present instead of the past and the future. It was the breath of life. And it also was like, not to be morbid, it was like, I could die right now. And I would be like, everything's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a spaciousness, and I like just felt calm and ethereal and beautiful. It was good. It felt, I want that more often. So I'm going to turn that into hopefully a meditative thing that I do on the daily. It'd be great if I could, spend an hour with myself.
That's definitely self-care. That what you're describing, I know I used to do a lot of mantra, kirtan, singing, response vocals. And it's the same, what you're describing is how I would describe that state of being in the sound vibrational music, kind of healing that way. And also, I'm curious if you would experience that in your painting.
I don't know. My art, I like to tell stories. I think that just goes back to being a child and loving stories and telling story. Like, that's a thing. That's a storytelling thing. But like the act of art making, I don't know. It's just something to get lost in, and it's beautiful. I've always just been a fan of color and touch. I mean, all of the art hits all of the five senses. So for the most part, so yeah. But then I also have get lost in the art. Sometimes you can get lost in anything. You can be turned into addiction, turned into a mania. So,
that's true. The things that,
you just got to watch it.
Yeah, it's very true. I think in our society, especially, I found personally that the harder I worked, the more praise I got.
Yeah.
So being a workaholic is highly valued because then you look successful.
Yeah. I come from, my parents were both workaholics, and they did it in the 80s to help we were lower middle class, but they did it to put us through and to excel into something else, and which sucks. When you work too much, you're taking off that human vibrational time and that time. But I see now with my sister and her kids, they're like super close and they hug each other. I was like, wow, we didn't have that. I'm glad. I don't know how you pulled that out of your ass. That might be your husband involved in that too, but like everyone's very connected. It's like, it's really beautiful to watch them. And I'm like, that's cool. That's what, don't work all the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Life's more than work.
Life is more than work. So you seem very grounded. I'm curious what makes you mad.
That's a new thing. But
you're grounded in your sobriety.
I'm grounded. Look, I can just say this because I made a post about it on Instagram the other day, because you don't talk to God and not like want to talk about it with people. But like between the vibroacoustic massage that I'm doing as a job and a living and something I care about, and it makes me feel so creative and in life, breathwork and ecstatic dance and sobriety. Those four things are like, yeah, it's making me a grounded person. It makes me feel very present and grounded and balanced. So yeah. I like it.
And in this present, grounded, balanced, what makes you mad?
Mad?
Angry.
So nothing really makes me mad. Pisces, I don't know. We're just sweet and I got haters, and it kills me and I've dealt with a lot of depression over exes, and especially my ex-wife, and things that I don't think ever got communicated, and communication is such a big portion of everything in life, and we're all miscommunicating to some extent, and not speaking the same language. True. And but no, I don't have mad in me. I just wasn't born with it, and I'm so glad, because it is a worthless thing to have. It is like, life is a blessing, and it's great, and it's how you want to paint the picture. And everyone comes from we've all had our traumas and all the things, but you're responsible for not being mad. You're responsible for taking the day as a new thing every day. It's a new slate. Go do something else. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't be mad at a person. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. Try not to murder people. It's not cool, Yeah,
try to do no harm.
Try to do no harm.
Yeah, and I think, and to me, every moment is a new opportunity, a new moment. We talk about the death experience. Have you had a near-death experience?
No.
Okay. So for me, yogically, I had a drowning when I was a kid, but it is very similar to the yogic breathing, and just normal breathing, where at the bottom of your exhale, it is a simulated death, where you're dying into the next moment, hopefully, which is an inhale, where you have another chance, another opportunity. Life begins again. And the reason that that can be true is that most of the time, one of the last things the human body does when we die is exhale. Right? When the point where we don't take life in again, breath in again, is the point where death is occurring. So it's such an interesting thing. I think that everybody's, when we frame it that way, everybody has an experience of what it is to have the opportunity when we're conscious about it. To die away from, die into the chance, the opportunity of this next moment, even when things are hard, or maybe especially when things are hard, because I don't think we learn a lot when things are just la la la,
we learn shit.
But we also don't appreciate it enough, because we're always looking for the other shoe to drop. Well, things are good, and what if, a certain percentage of us do that. And I'm really curious about your experience with what is good.
What is good? We're getting into some deep shit here. I don't know. Not like I'm a biblically minded person, but the 10 Commandments are pretty cool. Don't kill, try not to adulter, all the other things. Don't covet. Don't know the other 7 right off the bat.
But those 2.
Don't quote me. Sorry. I get my Bible verses from Instagram.
Like most of us.
But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's your parents. It's genetics. It's nature and nurture. So my parents are both really good, kind-hearted people. And, good boomers. They grew up with good values and good things, and they care about other people. Yeah. And I don't know, just trying to like do something that's not for your, and I will say this about art. Art was like, and I put my name as my art too. Like, there's an ego behind, as long as, if you can try to stay away from your ego and just be a help to others. And the 12-step program through AA definitely highlights into this, and it definitely has a spiritual background side, but like, just try to do the best you can with everyone and pass it on to someone else. Like, it's that whole adage of like, I smile at everybody, even people that hate me. And the people that I meet on the street, you never know how like just the tiniest thing could just as energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really believe that we can change the energy in an entire room with how we are present.
Yeah.
In your year of sobriety, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, it's really hard in New Orleans, by the way.
I can't even imagine, yeah.
It's hard, period. The statistics are awful. Like, really? 90% plus people, I think, don't quote me on that, but I think it's like 90% of people that come into the rooms don't make it.
Wow.
It's pretty tragic.
It's very tragic. Yeah. And it's just it's the norm here.
Yeah.
So you're not new to being a rebel. Right, you're not new to being anti-normative.
Call it a rebel. It's just a Pisces, just a sweet little fucker, just doing weird shit on my own over here.
Well, that was my question about the weird shit in sobriety, because we can have all kinds of weird shit experiences with substances.
Yeah.
But in your year of sobriety, what has been the most surreal, weird thing that you've experienced? Was it talking to God on the mat? Was it?
I really think. I mean, this has literally happened so recently. The last 3 months have been like so intensely beautiful. Like, life has just been, as soon as and it's the principles, that's the 12 steps too, but like, once you let go and let God, and just once you start focusing on breath and helping others, you do those 12 steps. Like, don't quote me on the 10 commandments. They're cool, but the 12 steps and 12-step programs are pretty awesome. So yeah. What was the question again?
Yeah, no, you answered it. Like, what is the weirdest, strangest, trippiest thing that's happened in sobriety?
I've been tripping in the daylight. I've been day tripping on myself these days, and it feels great. I feel very comfortable in my own skin. I feel haters gonna hate, world's gonna be hard, but if something catastrophic happens, I feel like I'd just take a deep breath and be like, no, it happened today. Like, I had 2 cancellations today. I was like, cool, that's an opportunity for something else to come in. I could come in early to talk to you. You never know what's going to happen. I love it.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, try to be real with what's
just going with the flow.
Yeah. Okay, so would you be open to doing a little experiment with me of breathing and just light meditation?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I guide something and have you talking to me the whole time?
Yeah.
All right. I think this will be really interesting with you, and I'm really curious because you have so much depth and creativity. Oh, so if you can just let yourself be present, relaxing into the physical self. Eyes can be open or closed. If they're open, you have the drishti and focused gaze. If they're closed, they're closed, and I invite everybody to do this with us. And we just want to start intentionally elongating our breath. And there are no expectations of you other than that you are listening to yourself, to what your body needs, to what your whole self needs, your alignment, to what your breath itself needs. And as you are elongating your breath, you are also aware that perhaps where you're sitting, where your body's being held by floor, chair, whatever physical thing you're on, ground, that your body maybe begins to become a bit heavier. Bones become heavier. Flesh is invited to just soften. That striated muscle, the stringed muscle, is invited to soften. And as you're breathing on your own time, your own intention, noticing that the truth of you, the soul, the thing or non-thing that makes you you, is allowed here, invited here to expand. And maybe sometimes we forget to allow this to expand into every cell of our bodies. Hear the awareness of this lightness, this whatever you feel, expanding into and from every cell, every atom, filling up your entire being. Simply here, allowing. And here asking breath, body, cells, the structure of you, and the freedom, the flight, the everything of you, everything and nothing of you, asking into and from this space. Do I have any needs? Are there any needs unmet or that I have been unaware of? And what, if anything, do you notice coming up for you?
Are we back on Earth now? Are we back?
You can be on Earth.
You didn't give me any prep to come back. You just put me in a really beautiful meditative state, and you were like, "What you think about that?"
Yeah. I knew you could handle it.
Oh, I just love breath work. I have all these releases. I feel really comfortable now in that meditative state, and it just gives me these, like, I don't know. My body just loves it, for one, and I don't know. I got into body scanning a long time ago with my therapist, and I feel these tinges of my aura just like expanding outward, and bits of warmth, just feels good to be alive. But I've changed my breath work. The breath now, and I like the way you did that, because I think you just go with the flow of whatever feels. I feel like I've done a lot of intentional breath work that's like,
sure.
That don't work for me. I literally, music and just going with whatever my body feels is comfortable really puts me into that space.
I think for a lot of people, being offered the invitation instead of being told what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
I do like being told what to do sometimes.
How could I have that perception? Yeah, right. I mean, but that's sometimes. So was there anything that you noticed that you are in need of?
No, when you said that, and my brain did have to go into its own, lizard brain and go like, no, you've kind of set your life up to be pretty good. You're all right. I was trying to think of anybody that was on my schedule today and just kind of forgot about everything. Yeah. It didn't exist there for a little bit. So
I think that's honestly.
Then I heard you tapping on your phone over there, and it brought me back.
Oh.
Just want to fuck around.
I think that is one of my new definitions of success.
Yeah.
When I ask, what do I need? And it's like, honestly, we're good.
We're cool.
Yeah. So that helps me be able to offer in true service, because I'm not trying to fulfill my need by being in service to other people. And I think, as whatever terminology you want to use, healer, whatever that is, and I'm no therapist either. I just work with cognition. I'm a nerd for brain. but we can offer ourselves more fully without trying to check off things subconsciously that are on our agenda. You know, when we have no needs. And so this, you know, even in a few moments, we can get into that state, which is really exciting to me, because as I work with couples or interrelationary with teams, it's not just, you don't have to take a bunch of breaths to get there. You can do this on the idea of a breath. And it can happen that fast that we can have that moment of pause. It's very agile when you're practiced at it. That moment of pause that allows us choices rather than pattern. And I think there's so much there. I love that you're doing this work.
Yeah, like this is like, I mean, I also believe everything's connected and God has a lot to do with this shit. But I literally was doing this. I literally just 3 days ago I got to a really meditative place. I was like, oh my God, I can do this. But it was a lot of what you guided through. It was just like, you let your body do what your body wants to do. Just go with the flow.
Right. It's the listening instead of the prescription. And I think I find that it's really hard for people. So
fucking hard as shit. I'm 45 years old. Took me out. Like,
why is it
ever
hard?
told me I could meditate? No. Got the fucking brain of I'm so ADHD, but like even you can do it. That's cool. And I believe this so much that I want to get into breath work too. I think it's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I think the guided journeys are a lot of fun for me too. But what do you think is difficult about allowing ourselves to get into that state, trusting it?
Well, I don't know. From my manic background, it's a little bit of time restraint, I guess, is mainly what it probably comes down to, because we're all rushing around, back to that workaholism type of thing. It's really hard, and it's being a massage therapist these days, and you know, people don't mind if I hustle them and or remind them to take care of their, you know, do a little self-care, because we should. And look, I'm not a doctor and or into but I'm trying to get people to stretch. Just if you can, just get up every day, get a foam roller. You know, I wish I'd found that in my 20s. Get on the mat, get a yoga mat for 5 minutes and just stretch. Do 3 stretches. Do a downward dog. Do the yoga people. Do the upward cobra and the and put your feet on. Just do this motion for like 5 minutes, and it puts you in this meditative state to an extent. And it's good to stretch. Oh my God, you use it or you lose it, type of thing. But yeah, I have to remind people to like come in for self-care, meditative state, something that's good for your body, because we just don't do it. We got to schedule it.
Now forward is what can it be? What can now forward be?
I mean, look, I'm just going to do my part that I think God wants me to do, and it feels comfortable for me, but I'm going to do it one person at a time, you know, 3 people a day, and hopefully that passes that energy and that flow of reminding people to take time and do exactly what we've been doing here to an extent, with less questions, but more somatically speaking. But yeah, just remind them, and they'll pass it on to somebody else, and we have to be reminded. It's just like we're sadly addicts, and we're all addicted to the schedule of what we think life is here in America, and we're the worst. We are the worst.
Yeah, I mean, from inside the jar, right? It's hard to see what is possible, and I love that you are here, because people don't know that they can live with peace, with calm, with ground. For me, I still have to remind myself to take a breath when I walk through doorways and just reset, like going into a new space or into the store or whatever it is, and coming home. And I think that a lot of times when people are in the worky world, which so many of us are, we come home and we bring all of that stuff with us. So, but when we bring all the stuff from outside or from within our screens, right? That's all external. Also, we might be sitting in our bed even, watching a screen, but that we're bringing in a lot of external outside influence when we do that. And if we don't reset when we connect with each other, we are subconsciously being influenced by all of that stuff. So the work that you're doing is really important. All that to say.
Thanks. Right. Yeah. It works for me.
Yeah.
And I think it works for others. I've seen, we're only at the beginning of this journey, and it's I see it working for other people too.
Yeah.
So it's what I believe in and what I'm going to keep doing. So
yeah, and
called to do. I feel called to do it. So
that's huge. Yeah, I feel that way about my work too. And the question that I want to ask as we're wrapping things up is, what would be one thing that you would want everybody from today forward to hear in your voice? What do you believe in beyond?
Oh, that's the whole, like, what makes the world a better place question that I would throw on people. Like, good luck with that one.
It's not even about better place. It's just like,
oh, what? I know. It's a big question. It's a very, I just want people I do want people to just get in tune with the rhythm of going with the flow and getting back to nature, and don't let, I think it's a beautiful thing that we have technology, and it's a double-edged sword, as we've said, but like, use it for its beauty, step away from it and just be human, and go touch some grass, go touch another human, hug people, look them in the eye, be human. And it's beautiful to be human, because we put off some really healing vibrations, and it's gorgeous. And people need more of that. I would definitely, and we said, post-COVID especially, technology and COVID really put a number on people. We're not being as close and getting that human touch and vibration that we should. So
yeah, and there's that that line where consent is very important, and also how do we, that's forever going to be my journey, I think, of how can we connect, communicate, align, interweave in better ways for the most full life possible.
Yeah.
Because what a gift it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you for making the choice to be sober again today.
Thanks. Yeah.
And yeah, that's
feels good, kids. Try it. Just a year. You got like 100 of them in life if you do it right.
And you brought these in.
Yeah. This is my
Sound Hand
Massage
here
is
in
the
New
name
Orleans.
of our business. Yes, in New Orleans, and we're about to hit the road.
What?
July 1. Yeah. Going to Thailand. Got to do continuing education. I really love Thai massage and stretching, so I'm going to go learn some more of that. Plus, August and September we'll be on the road. I like to travel, do a little van life project. It gets real hot in New Orleans in the summertime. July and August are not fun here, and September. Hurricane season also. So I get in my van, and I did that documentary, so I got friends in all 50 states. So I literally just going to Nashville, going to Houston, Dallas, Austin, Phoenix, Joshua Tree, Burning Man, San Francisco. I want to go see Moab. I hadn't seen Moab in a while, in Colorado. So I'm going to go just drop it like it's hot in those cities for like 3 or 4 days, run an Instagram ad as a mobile vibroacoustic massage therapist, #MVM. It's one of those, whatever, the joke, little inside joke for what we were talking about before this. But just going to be gone for 3 months and trying to do this mobile, because I've got a little mobile table that I do, and it's different. That the music emits from the table now in the room, but this one will be with headphones, which is going to be a whole blast of an experience. So I can do it more in public spaces, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to just play more with this technology.
And so where are people finding you online?
Oh, yeah. Google's been real good to us, by the way. But if you're in New Orleans or anywhere around, if you look up vibroacoustic massage, you probably will find me, because there are not a lot of people doing it still. So I'm a really big proponent of it. But in New Orleans, vibroacoustic massage, we're Sound Hand Massage. We're on Instagram. You can see a lot of my videos about all of these things. Plus, we have a lot of fun, because life is meant to have a little fun in it.
It's because it's you. And that's where people also will find you when you're touring.
Yeah, soundhandmassage.com. Okay. And thank you for saying that. I probably will put it, once I get the map and the poster put together, I'll put that on that website so people know.
Yeah, that'll be important.
Well, yeah, just loving life, just trying to just do it day by day, going with the flow.
Oh my gosh, spending this time with you, and thank you so much for giving your time in service.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I love that. We like to keep people guessing.
I say that's a program thing too. I say yes to a lot of things. So yeah, because you never know. I mean, I feel like this was meant to be just because of what I've been experiencing like literally 3 days ago. I was like, this is all in that same vein. So it's like, be open to the possibility when you go with the flow that cool things are going to happen.
I love
just be a good person.
So much. Yeah. And I feel so grounded and just like, it's almost like having had a nap.
Yeah.
You know, in the best
I don't know how to
way.
take naps, but breath work is like having a little nap.
It is. And being present with you is very grounding.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being here.
Mirror, mirror.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we'll know each other.
Do we do a dance on the way out? Is this one of those things? I don't know how you end this.
You'd be the right person to do that. We're gonna take another breath.
We just go sleep.
Yes, because that was so sweet. Yeah. Let's just take another breath together.
Yeah, let's do it.
And inviting everybody in to do the same and just reset it all. That's all it takes, and for a lot of reasons. Yeah, a lot of times.
Good stuff.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you too.
Appreciate you.
You dove in. This is the Soul of Connection. Subscribe now. Stay close. Your full life depends on it.